What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's get into AEW Dynamite from June the 12th, 2024. This show sucks. This show was awful. So, we kicked the show off with Swerve. He gets on the mic. He basically puts over Will Ospreay. He says that Ospreay is now becoming an assassin, and he needs to pull the trigger on Swerve. If not, Swerve will definitely pull the trigger on Ospreay. So then the Bucks, they come out. And they basically offer a proposal for Swerve to join the Elite, to be their fifth man for Blood and Guts, which takes place on next month. So Swerve turns them down. They offer him a pair of shoes, that being the Bucks, turns them down. And then the Acclaim, they come down to make the save because the Elite are about to jump Swerve. And then Christopher Daniels' lame ass comes out, and he tells everyone to exit, except for Jack Perry. So this sets us up for the first match of the night, which is Jack Perry versus Dustin Rhodes. TNT qualifier. Jack Perry gets the win. And for whatever fucking reason, Dustin Rhodes was bleeding for whatever reason. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Why was Dustin Rhodes bleeding? Who knows? I don't know. Moving on. So Roosh, well, actually no. Mark Briscoe cut a really bizarre, crazy promo. Okay, alright, cool. Moving on. So Roosh defeats a jobber, and post-match he stomps on the jobber's head. MJF comes out. They have a really good pull-apart brawl. They brawl for a good little bit, and then they're separated. Alright, cool. That's fine. Really good shit. Moving on. So this leads us into the trios match. Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe. They were defeated by Kyle Fletcher, Roderick Strong, and Tenosuke Takeshita. This fucking sucked. This is a waste of time. Where's Miro? Where's Malachi Black? Seriously. Why is Malachi still on Collision? Collision is a dead show. Moving on. Post-match, Willow Nightingale comes out to make the save, but she's beaten down by Chris Statlander. And then Stokely, halfway, warns Willow not to get involved in Trent Beretta's business. So that's fine. They're probably going to join up with the Don Callis family. Fuck all this shit. This doesn't even matter. Moving on. So Renee Paquette, she is backstage talking about Ray Phoenix, the stuff that he's done and everything else. And then he's been a former international champion. Alright, cool. Moving on. Shingo Takagi, he's going to be entering in the Owen Hart tournament. Alright, I guess. So Christopher Daniels, he announced backstage that there's going to be an eliminator match for the tag titles as well as the Continental Championship. And everyone is involved. Okay, who gives a fuck? Samoa Joe and Hook, they defeat the Premier Athletes, which is Tony Nese and Ari Daivari. Why not put Premier Athletes on, I don't know, maybe TNA, send them to TNA, or put them on fucking Ring of Honor and keep them there? Again, this shit sucks. It was cool seeing them get their asses kicked by Samoa Joe and Hook. I do like this. I think Hook and Joe, as a tag team, can kick major fucking ass. Moving on, we get a vignette talking about Stephanie Balor so that's fine. And we also get a vignette hyping up Zootski's CMLL. Okay, I have no idea who the fuck that is. I don't know anything about CMLL at all. I'm trying to think, does Alberto Del Patron, does he work for CMLL? I think he does. I know him and Nick Nemeth had a match a couple weeks ago, which was great. So that's really cool. Mercedes gets the win via the Monet Maker. Who gives a damn? I'm so over this Forbidden Door bullshit. I don't care. Moving on, we get a video package talking about the career of Mina Shirakawa. Shirakawa. And so she's basically going to be going after the AEW's Women's World Championship at Forbidden Door. So that's pretty cool. That should be interesting. So backstage, Mariah May's backstage with Toni Storm. So she addresses Mina ahead of her showdown. So I do like this. I'm actually down for this. I'm a fan of Mia. Why? Because of the fact hot lesbian action involving her and Mariah May, which makes for extremely good television. More of this, please. Moving on, Chris Jericho and W. Morrissey, aka Big Bill, aka Redwood. So they come out. Jericho gets on the mic. He talks about his new t-shirt. He runs down the corn industry of Iowa, saying it doesn't work for him, brother. Brian Keefe says if you're going to grow corn, you better respect Chris Jericho. So Chris Jericho calls out Private Party. They come out. Chris Jericho says the pair should make sure they have a designated driver. Chris Jericho then gives them props for their high flying, but says they haven't been winning because they don't have the basics down pat. They're not up to snuff. So Chris Jericho talks about how he was trained by the late great Stu Hart 33 years ago, saying Top Flight couldn't even climb to the top turnbuckle properly. Private Party says that he should show them in Des Moines, Iowa, how to climb the rope. And then they called Chris Jericho the Caitlin Clark of AEW. And so Jericho then demonstrates how to climb the turnbuckle. So Private Party says they learn, and then they shove him off the turnbuckle. And there's a brawl that breaks out between all parties involved. This is fine, but again, this wasn't as cool as it was for last week. I do like what Jericho is doing. I know some AEW diehards, they hate it, but I actually am a fan of this because I like what Jericho's doing. He's entertaining. This is very entertaining and interesting. But I do think that it's time for Private Party to really call it quits in AEW and really just move on. I could see them doing well in TNA or also doing well in NXT. I'm just tired of Private Party. They've been there since year one, and they've not really done much of anything at all. They've just been a waste. Seriously, like, it's just time for them to pack it up. Hate to say that, but it's just the fucking truth. Like, seriously. This isn't good. But we'll see where this leads. Moving on, we get a video package talking about Jon Moxley. He said that he's been through it all in his career. He's ready to defend his IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Naito at Forbidden Door. Should be fun. Hopefully Naito gets his win back, hopefully. Hopefully that happens. I doubt it. I don't really give a fuck. Moving on. So the Bang Bang Gang, they call it the House of Black. And they're making fun of them. They're mocking them. Who gives a shit? I'm tired of this. Malachi Black deserves better. Like, this fucking sucks. Moving on. Daniel Garcia defeated Nick Camarado. Huh? Say what? I don't get it. And I actually like Nick Camarado. I do. Think he's pretty cool. But hey, it's AEW, and small guys can defeat guys who are like 250 and built like brick houses. And Daniel Garcia is like, what, between 160 and 175 soaking wet? Get the fuck out of here. But it is what it is. This is fine, I guess. So, before the main event, Will Ospreay and MJF, they're watching this match for whatever reason. I have no idea why. Will Ospreay says he'd love to address how sick of a wrestler Daniel Garcia is, but he's focused on this match against Phoenix tonight. And his mind's also focused on Forbidden Door. Okay. Moving on. Pac is backstage. He talks about his string of rough luck after returning to AEW. Before saying it ends now, there's no more apathy from him. He's angry, and he's at his best when he's angry. He will enter the Owen Cup. He will win the Owen Cup, and he will win the AEW World Championship at Wembley. This will be his redemption story. He then addresses the Bang Bang Gang, saying that Death Triangle hasn't forgotten what they did. So this was a really good promo from Pac. I'm actually a fan of Pac. I just feel that it's time for him to journey back around to WWE. I think if he were to go to WWE, he would be in a really good spot. I could see him being U.S. champion and probably the Intercontinental champion as well. Maybe even the World Heavyweight Championship. Maybe. I don't know. It could happen, though. He could have a little short run. I could see him maybe having like a 3 to 6 month run as a World Heavyweight Champion. I think that would be pretty cool. But I feel like Pac's time has passed in AEW. I just don't know what AEW can do with Pac going forward. I don't know. It's good that he wants to win the Owen. Do I think he will? Probably not. That's probably going to be either reserved for MJF or Will Ospreay. But whenever Pac's contract is up, he should definitely make the jump back to WWE. I could see him even being successful in TNA. I think that would be pretty cool too. I could definitely see him being X Division champion and even TNA World Heavyweight champion. So that's what I would do if I was Pac. But the promo was really good shit from Pac. Moving on to the main event. Will Ospreay defeated Rey Fenix. He's still the AEW International Champion. Who gives a shit? This was just nothing more than a spot fest. Just Power Ranger fight scenes, karate moves, and everything. And I don't give a shit. I just don't. I really don't. Swerve was out there. He was on commentary for whatever reason. I have no idea. Well, he wasn't on commentary. My bad. He was in the crowd watching Ospreay. Ospreay did the swerve stomp into the hidden blade to get the win. So post-match, Will Ospreay, he offers a handshake to Swerve. So Swerve shouts him down for thinking this is a game. Swerve calls his fellow champion an immature child, saying that Will Ospreay can't even carry both worlds on his shoulder. So Ospreay snatches the world title from Swerve. He puts both titles on his shoulders, telling Swerve he does actually feel pretty comfortable holding both belts. Swerve stares him down, telling Ospreay he's lucky that they're still friends because If anyone else did this, he'd put them in the ground, put them in the grave, and basically both guys stare each other down, and that was the end of the show. Okay, this is fine, I guess. I guess Swerve is slowly turning heel. That's what it seems like. Because the two baby faces in AEW, the two major baby faces in AEW are MJF and Will Ospreay. MJF number 1, Will Ospreay number 2. So Swerve is basically number 3, and that's not good. You need kind of a heel. You need a definitive heel. So I could see Swerve joining the Elite in due time. Maybe around Blood and Guts, and he probably is going to be the 5th man to align with the Elite. Hangman Page, whenever he returns back, he's probably going to be on the side of Team AEW, whoever that's going to be, because FTR, that being Dax Harwood, he's injured. He's going to be out for a while, so yeah. But Dynamite was a drag and a bore, and that's just how it's always been, pretty much, and this week was no exception. But what did you guys think of AEW? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.